Hey everyone, it's me 2-for-1 Cupcake Lover, and I'm back with another video. So I know I said I was gonna do a Katsucon 2016 review. This is gonna be basically Katsucon 2016 review and something I need to rant about. Because, in case a lot of you don't know, I mean, it's almost the end of February since Katsucon has happened. And during that span of time, there were 2 other conventions that stayed at the Gaylord. But I'm going to talk about Katsucon first. So, Katsucon 2016, I had a wonderful time. I really did. I had an amazing time. I didn't have any trouble with the staff. I didn't, have any problems with, I actually went to panels. That was really fun. I actually went to some panels, even some that weren't even on my list to going to, because friends wanted me to go to this, or they were going to this panel, or one of my boyfriend couldn't make it to a panel that he wanted to go to because he was off shopping at the time, and he wanted me to go to this panel for him. So I went, and it wasn't that bad. It was cool. But I liked the dealer's room. I bought so many stuff, which if you haven't checked out my Katsucon 2016 haul, go check it out. I bought a lot of stuff, but I got to see a lot of cosplayers. I actually took a lot more pictures than I have taken in a long time of cosplayers. I got to stay longer. I got to stay the extra time on Sunday at Katsucon and got to see what really happens on Sunday, and I stayed until it was officially over, and there weren't any more cosplayers. I didn't really get to go to the rave much. I didn't go to the formal ball. Things happened. Stress happened. I'm gonna get to it, but I'm gonna talk about the good. So there were a lot of cosplayers. I didn't stay in Applejack long on Friday because my wig was not cooperating with me very well, and the pressure of my wig as well as the pressure of my hat was hurting my head because I didn't have time to straighten my hair that morning because I slept in. And so I'm trying to rush, make sure I get my cosplay on, get ready, and at that point my wig just looked awful on me. It looked terrible. And it hurt my head, and I just was at the point where I need to take this off. So I went back and changed clothes, and majority of Friday I was wearing comfy clothes, so I wasn't in cosplay, but only a little bit of Monday. But I got to go to the artist alley, got to go to the dealer's room. I guess in a way I didn't really start buying things until later on Friday or Saturday, because I didn't want to see something immediately in the dealer's room, artist alley, and just I haven't seen a full view of the room before I bought something. So yeah, I did good. I still had a lot of money left on Sunday because I was paranoid about not having any money for Sunday. So, but otherwise I had a really good time. There were a lot of amazing cosplays that I wasn't expecting to see. I saw a few cosplays that brought back my childhood, that I wasn't expecting to see at all. So it blew my mind. It was a lot of cosplayers went full on out this year. It was amazing. So yeah, I didn't really get to go to the masquerade. I don't know what happened at the masquerade. I heard I guess it was pretty good, but nothing exciting happened there, I guess, because I haven't been hearing anything good about the masquerade. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. There was an incident on I want to say Saturday? Yes, Saturday. That was the day I wore my Madoka cosplay in her school uniform. I actually did get a picture with someone. Someone asked to take a picture with me. I need to work on the posing because didn't know exactly how to pose as her when she's in her school uniform. So I just went with it. But I don't know where that photo is because this was the only person that actually took a picture of me in my Madoka cosplay. And if you are watching this video, if you could, please, 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 please find some way to send me the photo because I am trying to find it and I would love to have a picture of me as Madoka. So that would be great. So that was good. What happened Saturday, everybody knows. It's famous on Facebook now. It became famous like immediately that same day and the next day. There was a fire. A fire evacuation. It happened when I was actually with my friend in a panel that he wanted to go to, and we started hanging out there. It was more like how to what's it called? Do cheap cosplay, I guess. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, but it was a very good panel. It started going well, and then all of a sudden, staff member comes into the room and is like, "Everybody needs to evacuate now. We're evacuating the building. There's the fire." And so we're like, "Oh shit!" And we all start getting our stuff and going and leaving. And it was really weird the way they had the evacuation because a lot of us were leaving down the stairs, but there were still panels going on near like the exit doors, and staff members weren't saying anything to those people, and there were people still standing on the walls. It was I was very confused. I didn't understand what was going on, like why was this happening, and I didn't hear like a fire alarm go off, so I don't understand why we're being evacuated for a fire. And they never said anything about a fire drill, so I was confused, but I didn't really have a problem because me and my friend went back to the hotel I was staying at, and we just stayed there, and the evacuation lasted for 2 hours. 2 hours. That was, I don't understand why it lasted for 2 hours, but all of a sudden, I heard fire trucks coming down the street. They were coming. There were so many fire trucks. There was an ambulance. I heard rumors that someone pulled the fire alarm as a joke. But that wasn't the case. Later on, I found out that there was an actual small electrical fire that had started up, and as protocol, the staff is required to evacuate everybody out of the building. Now, I saw a lot of people complaining, a lot of cosplayers complaining about it being cold. There was one cosplayer specifically who, I'm not gonna mention names, but she complained about how the staff didn't give her blankets to keep her warm, and that she stood out there and almost got frostbite standing out there in the cold. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't comment on her comment because I didn't want to start a fight on Facebook. But to be fair, I don't know if you're watching this video, but not a lot of, I know not a lot of people have common sense, but if you know you're going to a convention in the winter time, you plan your cosplay ahead. I mean, what was gonna happen if you wanted to go outside to go get something to eat? You're gonna have to walk in the cold. Like, why would you wear a cosplay that's gonna make you like freezing cold? I mean, wouldn't you bring a jacket? Why didn't you have a jacket with you? Why didn't you have a coat with you? And wouldn't again, I know a lot of people don't have common sense, but wouldn't common sense tell you to, walk down to a building and go inside to stay warm instead of standing out there for 2 hours. Maybe you wouldn't have frostbite because of that. You know, don't blame the staff, don't blame the hotel for your stupid mistake. I am not gonna lie, she did also mention someone ran into her, and didn't even apologize and broke part of her cosplay. But, you know, that also wouldn't have happened if you didn't stand there and walk down. Because people were being smart and going into, like, the hotel that was across the street from the Gaylord. And they may not even been staying in that hotel, but they just went there because common sense said, let's go inside somewhere warm instead of standing outside for 2 hours. So, yeah, I thought that was a little ridiculous that a lot of cosplayers were blaming the staff for them being cold when, you know, you research conventions, you plan ahead, you plan your cosplays ahead, and you have common sense. But anyways, so after the 2 hours happened, they recently started updating the schedule so that way they could make up for, I guess, lost time and like have panels that were basically interrupted because the 2 hour fire evacuation that they moved them back a time, or they were trying to fix the schedule so, you know, people could still go to the panels they wanted to go to. I think some of them got canceled because of this. But otherwise, besides that fire evacuation, otherwise it was fine. It was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun con. I stayed in Madoka majority of the time on Saturday, and then after that, around like getting closer to like 5 o'clock, I was like, my head is starting to hurt. The wig is starting to get to me now. I needed to get out of this cosplay. So yeah, I and then Sunday came around and people were making a joke. There was a group of cosplayers who were cosplaying from Avatar: The Last Airbender, and they apparently, I guess, they made a sign that night, Saturday night, and said Katsucon was fun until the Fire Nation attacked. I thought that was so funny. I wish I had taken a picture of it, but there's a picture going around on Facebook for that. So if you want to find it, it'll be very easy to find. It's still relevant. So yeah, I thought that was really, really hilarious. But otherwise, the con was a lot of fun. I had a good time. I met some people. I actually went to the Katsucon 21 Plus meetup. It was kind of I don't know, but I got to meet a friend of mine that I didn't really get to meet. I've known him on Facebook, but he's the one who created the group. So we finally got to meet each other in person. So that was fun. It was cool. Apparently he's also known as Mr. Cosplay on YouTube. So yeah, cool. But the meetup kind of went because he couldn't get a lot of people together. There was supposed to be like a party happening. We were all gonna like meet in the bar area, and then we were gonna go up to the club area and club and drink and, you know, party and dance, and then it was gonna move to like an actual room in the Gaylord. And I never got the room number. I never got any information, so that was kind of a flop. We just said, fuck it, let's go do our own thing. And so yeah, that was the outcome of that. So yeah, otherwise, Katsucon was a lot of fun. I had a really good time. So yeah, the only issues. So this is where I'm gonna talk about the bad. And this isn't just about Katsucon. The bad part is going to be about Katsucon, MagFest, and Anime Matsuri. I didn't go to those other two conventions, but I heard and saw what happened. And I don't want to blame Katsucon because yes, the stuff happened at Katsucon, and then it immediately started happening at MagFest, and then at Matsuri. And it seems like it's doing like a domino effect. But I'm not gonna blame Katsucon. I'm not blaming the Gaylord. I'm not gonna blame that convention. I'm not blaming the other two conventions. I'm blaming the people. I'm blaming the people who decided to do this. So I didn't see this happen because I wasn't staying at the Gaylord, but I saw pictures, and it had apparently pictures were going around on Facebook during Katsucon because this was happening. I don't know why some of y'all feel the need you need to destroy hotel property. Let me start off with Katsucon. The pictures I saw, I could not believe that people, cosplayers, were doing this. Someone had decided to rip one of the exit signs off the ceiling and had it was hanging there from the wires. Someone flooded a room, and it flooded all the way out into the hallway, and then someone's dog peed in the hallway, like it was a fire, like their own personal fire hydrant. And then someone punched a wall, apparently, punched a hole in the wall. Why? Why? So if that happened at Katsucon, MagFest, apparently I didn't see any pictures, but I heard, stuff was destroyed too. MagFest just tried to destroy property. That's at least what I heard. Don't quote me on it. It's what I've heard from other people. Now, Anime Matsuri, the only thing I have seen so far is, that sliding, spinning door at the Gaylord. Someone decided to crack one of the panels. So let me start. Why? I just want to understand why you guys are destroying hotel property when this hotel is being very nice, letting y'all stay here, letting you hold your convention here. Why are you destroying their property? Why? I mean, yeah, I know they have cameras, and they caught whoever did it, and that those people are going to get fined and charged a lot more money for property damage and are probably never going to be allowed to come back to the convention. And I know a lot of people said, "Oh, it'll be fine. Katsucon's, they're gonna still, or the Gaylord's still gonna let Katsucon stay again because they caught those people. It's not the convention's fault. It's not a whole lot of cosplayers' fault. It's those people who felt the need to do that." But now, because it's happening again at 2 other conventions, that property is being destroyed, the Gaylord's not going to be as nice anymore. If this keeps happening, if this domino effect keeps happening, they're going to get to the point where they're going to start naming down conventions and banning them from being held there. And let me tell you, if you guys didn't know, I think it was about like 2 or 3 years ago, there was a convention held at the exact same time as Katsucon. People who have went to Katsucon know of this convention. They will never forget this. I believe this was during Katsucon 2013. There was a Jewish convention being held at the same time as Katsucon. I didn't experience anything, but I heard so many horror stories of what these little heathens did. I'm going to call them little heathens because they were not adults. They were not, being appropriate at all. Staff was not being very nice and letting that convention do whatever the fuck they wanted to. And we couldn't do a lot of stuff. We couldn't go into a lot of stuff. Hell, the fucking gazebo was cut off from us. No one could do photo shoots at the gazebo because of this stupid convention that was happening there. Those Jewish kids decided to spit on us cosplayers. They even went to the point of disgracing their own flag, wearing it like it was a fucking cape, and flying around like they were superheroes. And on top of that, they even like went up to a female cosplayer and ripped her cosplay off. And security and staff didn't do anything about it. I'm not blaming the convention. I'm blaming the Jewish convention because there were adults there and they didn't do jack shit about their little convention goers. So, because of that, the Gaylord banned them. The Gaylord banned that convention from ever being held there ever again. And you know what's going to happen? That's exactly probably what's going to happen to our conventions if this keeps up. Because the Gaylord may be nice now, but they're not going to be nice, if the property keeps getting damaged. So, please, for the love of God, please, don't do it. Don't destroy property. Be considerate of where you're staying at. Because the Gaylord doesn't have to let us stay there, and the Gaylord doesn't have to let our conventions be held there. Regardless of the fact that it's a convention center, they can ban us for property damage. They can if they want to. And, I don't blame them. I mean, I would give a warning at first. That's probably what they're gonna do, is just give us a warning. But if this happens again, I wouldn't blame them. I would probably ban certain conventions from ever being held there again because of property damage. They don't want their nice hotel being destroyed, because in case you haven't noticed, people actually stay there. Other people actually stay there other than, cosplayers and conventions and convention goers. Other actual business people who don't do these things stay there. And I don't think they're going to want to go to a hotel that's damaged and has property damaged and has a bad reputation because of other conventions. So, please be considerate. Please. So, that is my little rant. That is exactly what happened. And that is my review for Katsucon 2016. I had a fun time. I do plan on coming back. I just hope next year there isn't going to be any more property damage, and hopefully no more fire evacuations, and hopefully people with common sense decide not to destroy property, and if they go outside, to at least go somewhere warm. So that's it. That's all I have to say. That's it for Katsucon 2016. I don't know what convention I'm going to be going to next, but if I plan to go to another convention, I will let you guys know. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!